I think digital marketing industry has a few challenges. One is that you've got to get people's attention, and now there's more and more, it keeps getting more and more creative, and it's harder to get people's attention because there's so many more messages. And people are also concerned about privacy, and so they have to decide, will they reveal their location, will they reveal their personal information, and people have to get comfortable. So at the bottom of that is establishing trust, and trust is an important part of digital marketing.
The old guards are still in charge, and everybody's getting it more because I think Apple's done a phenomenal job of getting CEOs to have an iPhone and want an iPhone app. But until like the rank and file brand managers start doing digital and we start actually incorporating that into our work process, we get rid of the whole digital group. It makes no sense to have a digital group. It just doesn't, in my belief system, it doesn't make any sense. I don't have a radio group, so why do we have a digital group? I mean, it needs to move over and be the primary focus.
I think that in many enterprises, top brands even, there's still a perception that digital is sort of a third wheel to television or print, depending on the business, and that many budgets are still sort of the scraps are left to digital media. The upside to that is that with digital media you can do a lot with a little. The downside to that is that the perception that follows that is that digital media isn't as important as TV. I think that's when we start seeing convergence, that's going to slowly change. I hope that it slowly changes. Well, I actually hope it quickly changes.
I think since digital marketing has basically merged with social media, I mean, they're essentially one and the same. I think focusing too much on the metrics especially for direct response advertisers, sometimes just gets in the way. You have to have that awareness initially before your direct response campaigns are going to perform well. So when you use metrics as a barrier versus as an enabler, you tend to kind of put yourself in a bad place, and you're not able to test things that you otherwise would have tested.
As much as I would like to think that this is not the case, I still think perception is an issue. In my previous life, I was very fortunate to work with a bunch of brands that were very advanced in the space, and it wasn't until I reached my current organization that I realized there was still a learning curve for the vast majority of folks out there. It really is a matter of knowledge. It really is a matter of usage and understanding, and don't be afraid of it. Just get into it. It's going to help you, that sort of thing.